Shalom, shalom. First off, I want to start off by giving all the glory, infinite praise, and honor unto Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim, Rachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that do rule and teach well in this tabernacle of David, all right, that is being built up in these latter days, all right. And peace, love, and salutations to your hopeful elect. Shalom. All right, this is your brother Hashah from the Great Millstone, Savannah Camp. Coming back in the spirit with another lesson, Lord willing, I pray and hope that it is edifying and exhorting to the spirit. All right, and this lesson is going to be about basically integrity in an old age. All right, and it comes from by way of inspiration from these different events that have been taking place. All right, concerning you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, who are the Israelites according to the scriptures, according to the Bible, the Holy Bible. All right, and as you can see, I have two articles here. All right, and this one reads: Ridley Scott says Denzel Washington's Gladiator 2 same-sex kiss didn't happen. They acted. They acted the moment. All right, so it says Denzel Washington may have said that his same-sex kiss in Gladiator 2 was cut from the movies, but the powers that be got chicken. But according to director Ridley Scott, the kiss may not have happened at all. Uh, no, that's bullshit. Scott told me Monday night at the Gladiators premiere in Hollywood. He later added, they never did. They acted the moment. They acted the moment. It didn't happen. All right. So it says Washington, meanwhile, claimed that it was simply a peck on the lips. It was really, Salaki, it really is much ado about nothing, which I don't know what that means. It says Washington said at the premiere they making more of this than it was. I kissed him on his hands. I gave him a peck and I killed him. All right. So anyway, this is, to me, it's just you know these things are happening, putting the stains and blemishes on the legacies of so-called black men, the Judites, according to the Bible, all right, which is the head tribe of the Israelites, all right. And you had a fight take place last Friday, right, in which this guy, Mike Tyson, right, who was 58 years old, and I believe Denzel is just as old, all right, and he, basically participated in the humiliation ritual, where he got beat, you know, I think the powers that be, told him to, not fight, just sit up there and make the money. All right. But at the same time, there were a lot of things that happened during this fight that, had me questioning whether this was a humiliation ritual or not. All right. And nevertheless, he had his ass out, all right, for the camera to see in an interview that he did with his son. All right. And that's just these devils MO, man. They'll do it to you, man. All right, they don't let you get too high in their society. So I wanted to get this precept, 1 Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 25. It says, because of the foolishness of God is wiser than men, and the weakness of God is stronger than men. For ye see your calling, brethren. For ye see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called. All right, and these men are men that would be considered noble. All right, they will be considered mighty after the flesh. Just looking at them, all right, and seeing their accomplishments that they have accomplished in the flesh. all right, in the earthen vessels in the earthly world, seeing those things, all right, you would think that they were called, they were chosen, that they're special, all right. But the Lord said not many of them are called, all right. And there's not a lot of celebrities that are going to give up their lives for this truth, all right. They would rather have the glory on this side, and this is their consolation, all right. But anytime you sign on that dotted line, it comes with a price. It says, "But God have chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise, and God have chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things that are mighty, and the base things of the world which are despised have Yahweh chosen, yeah, the things which are not, to bring to naught the things that are, that no flesh should glory in his presence." So the Lord doesn't choose the mighty, the noble, the smartest. He chooses the humble, the meek, the lowly. All right. And there's a reason why, man, because a lot of these guys who are mighty and noble, and they claim themselves to be this and that, they don't have a lot of integrity, man. When the bag comes, they'll sell out. All right. So I wanted to get Second Maccabees chapter 6. All right, and this is just a contrast. All right, compare and contrast, and the Lord does this a lot in the scriptures. This is Eleazar. All right, it says Second Second Maccabees chapter 6 and verse 18. It says, "Eleazar, one of the principal scribes, an aged man, and a well-favored countenance, and of a well-favored countenance, was constrained to open his mouth and to eat swine's flesh. But he, choosing rather to die gloriously than to live stained with such abomination, spit it forth, and came to his own accord to torment, as it behooved them to come that are resolved, that are resolute to stand out against such things as are not lawful for love of life to be tasted, Salakia. All right, because they love the law. The Israelites love the law. They love their heritage. All right. It says, "But they had the charge of that wicked feast, for the one acquaintance, for the old acquaintance they had with the man, taking him aside, besought him to bring flesh of his own provision." So they were like, yeah, those men that look just like him, hey, just bring something that's not pork. It look like pork. Just bring the beef. All right, and pretend. All right, it says, "Such as was lawful for him to use, and make as if he did eat the flesh taken from the sacrifice commanded by the king, that in doing so he might be delivered from death, and for the old friendship with them find favor. But he began to consider discreetly," right, which is what Mike Tyson and these different other celebrities, Denzel Washington, what they should do, man. They should consider discreetly, or consider, the stain that it leaves on your legacy. All right. It says, "And as became his age, and the excellency of his ancient years, and the honor of his gray head, whereupon he was come." All right. So he knew he had a reputation for following the law of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. All right. It says, in his most honest education from a child, or rather the holy law made and given by Yahweh. Therefore he answered accordingly, and willed them straightway to send him to the grave. So he was like, man, I'm not doing it. I'm not putting a stain on my legacy. All right. And it goes on to say how yeah, let me just guess I'll just keep reading. "For it becometh not our age," he said, "in any wise to disassemble, whereby many young persons might think that Eleazar, being fourscore," so he was older than all these men. He was older than Denzel. All right, fourscore and 10, right? He was 90 years old. It says we're now going to a strange religion. Yeah, doing the same thing as the heathen. And so now, and so they, through my hypocrisy and desire to live a little time and a moment longer, why would I want to live? Go ahead and put me to death. I'm 90 years old. I lived a full life, man. I ain't trading that for nobody. All right. It says should be deceived by me. Yeah, you trying to make me to deceive those younger than me into doing something that isn't right, something that can stain them. All right, make them an abomination. All right, and I get a stain on my old age and make it abominable. For for the present time I should be delivered from the punishment of men, yet should I not escape the hand of the Almighty. Yeah, because you might not punish me, but the Lord will. All right? The Lord is going to punish me for doing the wrong thing. The same and vice versa. The Lord will reward me, even though you punish me. All right? It says, neither alive nor dead,